Hello, well, welcome to the InfoZoom video series that is on our YouTube channel. My name is Stephen Pesklow. I'm president of Softlake Solutions. And what I want to provide in this video today is to describe a little bit how to import data into InfoZoom. So what we'll be covering then is how to import from Excel into InfoZoom, how to import from delimited files such as comma delimited files or using other delimiters, and then also talk about fixed format text files. Note that importing from databases we're going to be covering in another video. But the first thing you want to do is you start with InfoZoom, and then you go under Data, and then here you can see the Excel button. Now, when you use the Excel button, you can see go through a like a web browser to be able to get to your data, an Excel wizard actually, and then you go ahead and say OK next. Now, right here, then you can show and bring down individual worksheets, additional worksheets that you might have. But here you can see InfoZoom has kind of parsed out what that data looks like. And then you can hit next. And then here are the individual headers to that Excel spreadsheet that you can pick and choose how you like. We usually recommend just bring it all in. InfoZoom certainly can handle a very large volume number of transactions. If you actually want to see how this file looks like, here you can see here is the individual attributes or headers of your Excel spreadsheets. And then you can see it going up and down here more vertically. So going back to InfoZoom, so now we're ready to bring this in and you hit finish. And then once you're here, then you can start to do your overview to then work on your analysis that you're using within InfoZoom. Now, another way to be able to get this data, it's kind of nice, is to go ahead and bring up your file manager here, and you could just take your Excel spreadsheet and just drag it over to InfoZoom, and that'll automatically start that Excel wizard as well. Again, we suggest bring it all in, and then here you're ready then to start your analysis. Okay, so the next thing that I'd like to cover here then is bringing in delimited files. Again, similar process. We just go through a wizard process where here you have a text file. You bring this in. Here you point to that. In this case, is a CSV or a comma delimited file. If you want to see what the structure of this looks like behind the scenes, it's you can see here where there's the individual attributes here. You can see the commas. You could also see that there's embedded commas. That's not unusual, especially with dealing with numbers, where you're going to have some embedded commas within your data. In that case, some export programs will put like double quotes or another kind of delimiter around those numbers. So if you go back to InfoZoom, here is this. You can say open, and often InfoZoom will figure out exactly what's the format of the data that you have here. In this case, you can see here that we're going to be using this tab. We could either use the tab delimited or comma delimited. Again, here's that text identifier that I was mentioning before about the double quotes. You can see it parses that pretty well. Change the number of where the row is actually coming in. So if you went ahead and if your attributes actually start on row 2, you can change that here as well. But here in this case, we're going with row 1, and our data is going to start at row 2. And then similar principle as with the Excel, you can just go ahead and then start to do your analysis there. The last thing I wanted to show you in this video is talking about bringing in fixed format text files. And in this case, these are commonly used with mainframe data sources, things like this. But if you do that similar process, and then you can see is here is more a fixed format. So if this is actually not a fixed format file, I'm just using the same file. But what you can do is you can use find columns, and that'll automatically, InfoZoom should do a pretty good job of showing which attributes are going to be used for analysis. If you need to, you can always add them here just by clicking here. So this right here from number 0 to 6 would be your first attribute, etc. You can continue to do this, or if you make a mistake, you can do this, or you can just go ahead and remove that as delete it as well. So that's how you do basically fixed formats. There are other options that we can certainly walk with you here, talking about which different character sets. You know, it's a very international product, so there's a lot of support for different types of character sets. This is also a really cool feature, especially when you're dealing with large files. You can go ahead and set only the number of transactions that you actually want to bring in. And in this case, it's the same thing here. You can just go ahead and then, oh, it's not a fixed format file, so that's why I'm getting some of these warnings, and that's what these just are, just warnings. So I just wanted to introduce a little bit how to bring in InfoZoom. The same idea as well here, where you can just go ahead and drag in, and it starts that wizard for you. Look for other YouTube videos in the future. Otherwise, please just contact us if you have any questions. Thank you.